Hey there. Yesterday I showed off our new prototype for our Sleevenote music player. It was great to see some of your comments. A lot of comments are about how thick it is, and it is indeed very thick. It is still an early prototype. I think our intention would be to get it a lot thinner for the final version, but this is as thin as our supplier can get a battery in this case, our square touchscreen case. Likewise, this DC port that I pointed out is just for charging the battery, and that's more of a prototype thing. But yeah, its chunkiness is quite fun because it's very sturdy as a kind of desk object. It is very sturdy, which kind of feels quite fun. We have this on-off switch at the top, which is also just a battery, basically just cuts the battery power, which we needed to have. So we had to make some decisions about where to put things, but I'm pretty happy. We had some comments about the USB connections being on the bottom. This is an interesting one because I think that if you were to use it as a portable device, it's actually quite nice having the connection in the bottom. It's kind of the iPod and phone style, and connections in the bottom does mean that the object could sit in a dock for sort of home use, which is quite cool, I think. In our original Sleevenote prototype, we had dedicated play buttons along the top, like volume buttons and play buttons. So I'd be interested to know if you think that would still be a cool thing for a standalone music player. Next thing we're working on is the OS, back to the software side of things. More work on the track list and grid browsing, stuff like that. So it's very exciting to experience it like this, though. This feels like the original vision, and the whole purpose of the device is that it sort of becomes each individual album. It feels like the album, whereas something like this I always felt like an MP3 player. This is a player of audio files, whereas our intention with this is to make it feel like the release, like the album, much like physical music formats do. So yeah, in terms of size, you get an idea of how it compares to some legacy music player products. So yeah, next updates should be about the operating system. Just show you this lock button again on the side, just locks the screen, and which is cool. Good for going in a pocket or something. Yes. On to the software next, and look forward to updating you along those lines. Catch you soon.